Hey, I'm Tamar Burke, and you're listening to Jim, Frank, and Jerry on the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jarrett.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock.
Yes.
Jim, Jerry, episode 66.
Woo!
66. Yes. Today's date is June 15th, 2021. A little bit warm outside here in Southern California, but you would think it was a hot August night.
Nice
Beautiful.
Yes. Speaking of it being June 15th, today.
Talk to me, Frank. What you got?
Cindy and I went out to lunch with Jill Christensen. You guys remember her?
What? Yes.
Yes, Jill and her son Tim. They're visiting California from Texas. So we met up with them for lunch, and it was very odd as we walked through the parking lot into the restaurant and never reached for my mask.
Right.
And thought it was going to be really crowded because this is basically the first day of the unmasking,
Right. Yeah. Well said. Yeah.
Nobody in there. There was just a couple people. So we had a nice lunch, had a nice visit, got to catch up. Very odd to be out in public without a mask on.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's a shame that I've been hiding all this deliciousness for so long.
It is a shame.
Yeah.
You've been doing that since high school. Okay,
This
no,
is true.
Jaime? Frank will hide his deliciousness in a heartbeat.
You don't want to tip your hand.
No,
That's
true.
Well said. Yeah.
I've got a quick mail call. We'll go through that.
Bring
We'll
it.
check out Rubber Soul, and then we'll look at some new music. But first, on a beautiful red marble vinyl.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks beautiful.
This is the original release from The Scream.
Yeah.
This was John Corabi's band before he was recruited to Motley Crue. And so it's been re-released in a 180 gram colored vinyl.
And treated rather unfairly, I might add.
All the way around. And to this day, he is. And
Now, guys, do you think it's because, sorry to interrupt, is it because of the Crew stuff? Had that not happened, would Scream had done its own thing? Because by the time he got there, I was out of the Crew.
you know what? There's no telling that the Scream was going to take off. But he just didn't mesh with the Motley thing, whatever.
Well,
Here's
kind of the problem. That album didn't really sell well. But the musical tide was turning.
Right.
I'll give you that.
A lot of people were checking out on the whole Motley Crue thing.
Yep.
But because he was the new guy,
They blamed him.
right. So all the fingers kind of pointed at him. Like, well, it's because we have a different singer, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
As soon as we get Vince back, everything's going to be better. And
Yeah.
he added a whole nother dynamic to the band.
Better.
Number one, he could sing. And number two,
Different for them.
Easy, Frank. Easy.
no, it's the
Frank.
truth. It's the
Yeah,
truth.
but we went to high school with Vince. We
It's
can't.
all good. Went
He's
to high school
alumni.
with a lot of people that don't have any talent. I don't have any talent. So thing is, John Corabi, in my opinion, is heads and tails way above whatever Vince Neil thinks he could have been or ever was.
Yeah.
Vince was a great entertainer
Mhm.
in the 80s. Like I say, 90s changed everything. If you listen to some of Corabi's stuff now, he did with Union, with Bruce Kulick and Eric Singer. Fantastic albums. Fantastic. But again, because of the musical tie, they don't get the recognition they truly deserve. Just my opinion. I
Heavy
actually
voice, man.
very soul,
Excuse me.
bluesy,
Yes.
and he can play guitar too. He's a very
Yep.
good guitarist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
So,
the threat.
He
Voice
added
and
a whole
guitar,
other
huh?
element to the band. But just my opinion on Motley Crue. Don't send hate mail my way. Now, the second album is kind of like a lost relic that I've been looking for a long time. I've been
nice.
waiting and waiting and waiting, and it finally arrived.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is such a beautiful album. The Muffs Hamburger. Gatefold with lots of neat little liner notes about each song.
Great
Melanie's
pictures.
in this quite a bit because she was part of the first album and the first few singles and everything. Black vinyl because it's the original pressing from the old Sympathy for the record industry. Excuse me. That just fantastic. I've had this on CD and I've listened to it on Apple and all that, but to have the record finally is amazing. And then talking to our buddy Ronnie, he tells me, "Oh, I might have a box of these somewhere."
You know he does.
And
you know
I
he's
said,
got a
"Well,
stash."
You've been holding out on me. And he's, "Well, I don't know where they are. I'm not quite
Oh,
sure."
Ronnie.
They're in the boom boom room somewhere.
There you go.
Something's going on there.
Yeah. They're in his basement.
And Ronnie, if I've spoken out of turn, I am sorry. But I told him I want another copy. I'd like to have one that's sealed. So I opened this one up as soon as I got it.
Rightly so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
What a dear friend. What a dear friend.
Oh, he's
Thank you,
awesome.
Ronnie.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he is. That guy. Yeah.
Okay, moving forward, last episode, Jim decided that we should each take a look at Rubber Soul from some little band from Liverpool.
Los Beatles.
Beatles. Yes, and
Wow.
1965 is their sixth album, and it's a great album.
Great pick, Jim. Great pick.
Now let me ask you,
Yes.
between Rubber Soul and Revolver, which one do you pick?
Ooh.
Well, I love both of them. I really love both of them. For a long time, I always said Revolver,
I did too, Jim. I like your path.
but this week it's maybe Rubber Soul.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't make me pick that, man. That's like a total Dragato thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Pick it. Which is it? Which is it?
That's why we love him. Here's I can answer that, Frank, even though you're not even asking me yet.
I'm going to ask you, though.
Oh, shall I wait?
No, go ahead.
Okay, Rubber Soul to me, Jaime, is because it was after Help. So to me, Help is great. Rubber Soul is where you can feel like the shift, and there's a ton of songs. Revolver, to me, is where they delved into the power, man. So they're both great albums, but to me, Jaime, a great pick on a re-listen. I remember listening, going, I didn't know there's this many songs on Rubber Soul. So to me, they're both great. And to pull off Help, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, and White all in a row.
I know.
I've always felt that Rubber Soul was a great pop album.
Yes.
The songs are still, like Jerry said, almost still a bit of innocence to them,
Right.
Revolver comes around and now they're rockers at this point.
Yeah.
Their life, something in their lives got into their veins, whatever. They were,
Yeah. Veins, tab,
something.
Hooter. Yeah.
Things did definitely change.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Jim, on Rubber Soul, what was your favorite song?
Now, wait a minute. What between Rubber Soul and Revolver? Which one for you?
Oh, Revolver for me.
Okay.
Well done, Jim.
You got to turn it back on him, right? Yeah. Like
Well,
I said,
that's
I've always said Revolver, so maybe that's probably my overall pick. It's just because I was listening to Rubber Soul like recently.
Yeah.
No, that was
Still
a
great
great
album.
Whatever
pick.
it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My pick from almost said Revolver. My pick from Rubber Soul is Michelle.
Oh, very good. I thought you would go with You Won't See Me.
Oh,
And it's because it had that
good tune.
poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, Jerry, what song did you pick for Jim?
For Jim, I picked Nowhere Man.
Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah, I listen. I have it all on digital, so I go through it and then I think, oh yeah, Jim. I almost thought Frank on that just because of the riff rock, just because of those fat chords and the harmonics. But yeah, for Jaime, I picked Nowhere Man. You know, you could pick anything on this album for any of you guys or myself, and it's gonna work. But yeah, for Nowhere Man for Jim. Yeah,
It was really hard to bring it down to
it is
one tune.
Yeah.
Out of 13.
I'll tell you though, if it hadn't been Michelle, it would have been Norwegian Wood.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's one that is on the radio to this day constantly.
Yeah, it does get a lot of play.
It gets a lot, but it's not a bad song. There's a reason why it gets a lot of play. It's a short song and it's right to the point and great guitar work.
Not one I've ever tired of.
No.
Is that the first one with sitar?
It might be.
Unsure.
Have to look that up. You know, George was fiddling about at that time, so it could be.
Fiddle about. Oh, that's another band.
No, Keith Moon on it. All right.
Yeah.
So for me, I chose a John Lennon tune, and that was "Run for Your Life."
Oh.
And even though it starts off with an acoustic and everything, I love his attitude in the lyrics. You know, and he had a lot of that.
Little girl.
He was just that beautiful song to tap your toe to. Jim, what did you pick for me?
I said Drive My Car.
That was
because to me that's maybe the rockinest tune on the record.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what he would go with.
Yep.
That's Drive My Car backwards.
Very good.
that I picked for Frank.
Uh-huh.
It's
Drive My
for
Car.
us, so
Frank.
There. It's all good. And
I picked Drive My Car for Frank Jaime.
I love that song too.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, what is the song? And we'll have to just say, what song did you pick for this show? Because we know next week it'll be a different song. That's the thing with Beatles albums is there's never just one tune.
But in my situation, guys, I don't listen to it a lot, and I have it all on digital, all studio. So what I love about it is on Breakfast with the Beatles on Sunday mornings, I start at the beginning and just listen to them all in a row, and I get just about to Sgt. Pepper, and that's about lunchtime, so I stop. But just to hear the progression, yeah, you're right. That you could pick any album of theirs and pick a favorite, but Jim and I agreed. Drive My Car for Frank. I love it. I love it, Jaime.
And what song is yours?
It Has Always Been, and I heard it first off the greatest hits. Remember the 62 to 66, and then the 67 to 70 in My Life.
Oh, beautiful song. Beautiful.
The drums.
I would have thought Drive My Car.
Like Jim says, you could pick any one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But in My Life, just the drumming's so subtle. It's just the snare, he's got it tuned to something else, and then that keyboard riff in the middle.
You know, I've
always loved that. I've always loved that song.
And it hasn't been recently, but there's been times in my life when I would listen to that song and have to turn it off because it's so depressing. You know, it just hits you, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can listen to it and it's awesome. It's a beautiful song. And other times, whatever the mood is,
it's a little too much.
It's a bit much.
But then at the
how
end,
how good it is.
Yeah. When he slows it up. Oh yeah. Sorry, Mr. what was his name? Mr. Cider from YouTube. Don't let Jerry sing.
Yes. Oh, all right.
Great pick, Jaime. Great pick.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
So strangely, my pick for Jerry
Yes.
was Nowhere Man.
Nowhere. Isn't that something?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's funny, guys.
I just
that's funny, guys.
remember in high school he seemed like he was enamored with that song. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Your memory is better than mine. So we
And one
picked the
thing I
same-
will
love
say,
it. I love it.
no
I love you
time,
guys.
at no time was a Ringo tune ever considered for either one of you guys. Go figure.
Well, what does he sing on this one? Nothing.
Yeah, he sings on there.
What?
Do you have one on there?
Uh,
Let me go back and look real quick.
I have him right here. Drive my car, Norwegian Wood. You won't see me. Nowhere Man. Think for yourself. The Word. Michelle. What goes on? Girl.
What goes
I'm looking
on?
through.
Who's singing that one?
Oh, what goes on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, wasn't a contender for my fave.
No.
I did, guys. I did have It Don't Come Easy on a 45.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. But
Way
that was
back
solo,
when.
wasn't it? Wasn't that solo?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Ringo has his moments.
I like his solo work.
I like his solo work better than his stuff for the Beatles.
Touche.
That's just because they really didn't give him much to do
No.
with the Beatles. It was kind of like, here's your one song, go do it.
Right.
And, and then like I say, when they repeated the bubbles on Octopus's Garden and Yellow Submarine and special effects were all the same. It's like, you're not even trying, guys. You're just Ringo.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If I open up, we're gonna go another half hour. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to I'm trying to verklempt. I'm
There
trying to
you
clinch.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So next pick is mine for episode 67. And I picked,
Ooh, I saw that.
yes, you did, Aerosmith.
What was that?
Draw the
Oh
Line.
yeah. Oh,
Not their best album by a long shot, but man,
By a
this is a
long
good
shot.
album.
favorite.
Is it? Yeah.
Everybody said, "Oh, they're doing all kinds of stuff in their nose, and they're not showing up." No. Draw the Line was my first Aerosmith album over at Music Plus down on Route 66. You guys
Yep.
know, but I don't want to say that because things will get crazy. But I love Draw the Line.
Yeah.
I love it.
I already got my favorite one picked out.
Well done.
So do
Frank.
I.
Well done.
Yep.
Wow.
That makes it easy though.
Queens and guillotines.
Good stuff. All right. Well, instead of singing, Jerry, why don't you go ahead and
Sorry,
present
Mr.
your
Sider.
band for this episode?
Thank you, Frank and Jim. The band we have is called Duck and Cover, which is what you should do when bombs are going off or earthquake drills when we were children. Duck and Cover band. The tune Frank's going to play is called Live It Up. From the album Rob Them Blind. It came out in August of 2018. They're out of Boston. We have Rich Haas on bass and backing vocals, Damian Pianka, drums, percussion, Daniel Sussman, guitar, backing vocals, Christian Wismuller, guitar and lead vocals. And just a little quick thing here, we have a little thing about them. This band is chock full of all that's true and real in good music and health, maybe in life, from Thrash and Bang. But they're a Boston band, remained reliable in an unreliable world, and formerly of Rumbar Records, currently on State Line Records, and the Dog Approves, the record company switch. All tracks by Duck and Cover, which I like. You guys know that. Recorded, mixed, mastered by Chris Johnson at Mad Oak Studios and the Electric Bunker from Alston, Mass. And folks, what you have to remember this very carefully is on Bandcamp and Facebook, you find them by going to Duck Cover and the number 1, because there's other bands out there with this kind of similar name. So please go to Facebook and Bandcamp and do Duck Cover and the number 1. And you'll find our guys from Boston. It's their, and Chris wanted us to plug. Their first show since the pandemic will be at O'Brien's in Allston, Mass, August 13th. So we mentioned it, Chris. August 13th at O'Brien's in Allston, Massachusetts. You can see Duck and Cover, our Duck and Cover from Mass, Boston, Mass. And again, the song Frank's going to play is Live It Up. And gentlemen, this is good old fashioned rock and roll here. This is great stuff. Live It Up from Duck and Cover.
Oh my, that's Duck and Cover with Live It Up. That's some good rock and roll right there. That's a good
great
opener for what is it, August 21st? Is that the date?
August 13th.
August 13th, excuse me.
No, excuse me. I took my eye off the note. August 13th at O'Brien's in Allston, Allston. August 13th at O'Brien's in Allston, Mass.
Man.
Duck and Cover. Show out of the gates. The pandemic's, you know what I mean?
Man.
What a great band. And again, the song Live It Up from the album Rob Them Blind. Rich Haas, Damian Pianka, Daniel Sussman, Christian Wismuller. Wow, Frank.
Good one.
Wow.
What'd you think, Jim?
I liked it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, great. Everything about it. Loved the energy. I thought it was well laid out. I liked the solo a lot.
Mhm.
Nothing super flashy, but melodic, nice. Outro was fantastic.
And what did you
Tons,
say about
tons of attitude. Got kind of a punky pop vibe going on there.
what'd you say about the beginning you liked so much when we were talking about it earlier?
Oh, that snare. Oh, and that lead in with the feedback.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Gets me
Right.
every time.
Yes.
Yep. And the snare. I like that little rolling. Reminds me of King of the Nighttime World.
I would say 99.9% of the time, if a song leads in with feedback like that, it's like, yeah,
You're good.
It's going to be
Yeah,
a good
You're
one.
good.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tighten up the seatbelt, get ready, because here we go.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what their set list sounds like or what it's going to be, but if that's not the opener, it should definitely be the closer
Oh,
because
these guys are groovy. Yeah.
man, that
August
one
13th.
kicks.
At O'Brien's in Alston, Mass.
All right, guys, in
Duck and cover. Yep.
Here's my challenge to you: is go ahead and record that, do some video of that show, and send it to us, and we'd be glad
Yes,
to
please, Duck and Cover.
share
Yes.
it with all our listeners.
Yes. And folks, you can find them Duck Cover and the number one. Duck Cover and the number one. Facebook, Bandcamp. That's our guys from Boston.
Very good. Okay, what I've got for you now,
Great stuff.
guys, this band is called The Blinds. Their average age is between 18 and 21 years old. Okay. They're alternative rock band. They're from New York. They got the attitude. They're sort of influenced by the Arctic Monkeys and maybe the Strokes. They consist of
not bad influences right there.
not bad.
No. No.
Also, I got an email saying a couple of the members of the band also are heavily influenced by Led Zeppelin. So this is kind of why they got back to me that, hey, you guys like classic rock. Some of our guys do. So check us out, you know. But anyways, it's Leo Rinaldi on drums, Morgan Davis on guitars, Frank Bubicio on bass, and Joe Fareed on vocals. Now, before I play the song is called Tell Me What You See. That's also the name of the album. I want you to know 9 songs on Tell Me What You See. They're asking $5 for the digital download. You can give them more on
You can't beat
Bandcamp.
that, though.
I usually do, guys. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Throw
you
some more.
do the same thing.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think if you like the song and you like the majority of the songs that you hear, it's worth it to bump it up a little bit and give them a little bit extra.
Yeah,
You know?
help them out. Yeah.
But anyways, this is The Blinds with Tell Me What You See.
Desperate perfection, despise loving attention. It's funny how things go. You lack self-control. Now I'm tied to your lips, chunk off your kiss. Thinking, how do I get out of this? Is that my biggest flaw? Is it that I'm never wrong? I'm played by a confused mind that never knows when to draw the line. Don't wanna say anymore. She said, call me when you're sober, but I find I never do. 'Cause time moves slower. We can lie about the truth. Yeah, when I get to drinking, that's when I start thinking. Deep down, we both know you're here to come and go. I say I love you, but you just remind me of someone I once loved and found someone like me. Commandeered my innocence, you're my conditioned stimulus, and my life revolves around my fears of losing a lover of years. She said, call me when you're sober, but I find I never do. 'Cause when time moves slower, we can lie about the truth. Yeah, when I get to drinking, that's when I start thinking. Deep down, we both know you're here to come and go. said, call me when you're sober, but I find I never do, 'cause when time moves slower, we can lie about the truth. When I get to drinking, that's when I start thinking, deep down we both know you're here to come and go. I say I love you, but you just remind me of someone I once loved and found someone like me. I keep saying I'm cold when I'm sober, but I never do. Because now that time isn't slower, we don't talk about the truth. We don't talk about the truth. Tell me what you see.
And there's the blinds
Mm.
with Tell Me What You See. Jerry, what are your thoughts?
I loved it. I loved it. Kind of raw to me. Wonderful bass line. Nice words. Great words. I like how at the end they kind of go little slow it down. Let's finger pick some chords and then drop the bomb on you again.
Yeah, a little tempo
So I
change
loved
is
it.
always good.
Yes. Yeah. Very good, Frank. Very good.
Jim, what do you have to say?
I thought it was a very well written song. I loved the dynamics and the drumming. I listened to it already this afternoon when you sent it over, and that line, call me when you're sober,
Right.
whole different meaning now because the members of the band aren't even 21 yet.
Well, I was going to mention that.
It's
right.
But when I was listening to the song, I'm picturing like some 35-year-old guy, right? Like singing this, going through like gnarly relationship issues or whatever,
Right.
you know?
You're right. They're
I
youngsters.
like the breakdown in the middle. I loved the ending, and I thought the outro was fantastic. I think it's a very well structured song.
That's what I love about this show.
And I want to
Youngsters.
mention also,
Bringing it.
while I'm going kitchen sink here, vocal quality, great.
Yes.
Unique voice. I liked it.
Joe Fareed, the vocalist, sounds very confident in his singing.
Yep.
You know, and that's really what helps drive that song home is, you feel that he knows
believes.
what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He believes. It's
And
happening. Yep.
it feels like more. Not that there was anything.
That bass
It feels like more attitude than perfection in it, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
more about the performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that there was anything wrong with the performance. It was
No.
No, that was. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Tell Me What You See by the Blinds. That release just came out May of this year. So go to Bandcamp, check it out. If you like what you hear, throw them some money and get the rest of it. Like I say,
Throw it
9
right at
songs
'em,
for
folks.
$5. You can't go wrong.
Throw it
with that.
right at him. Yep.
All right, Jim, what do you have for us this episode 66?
Well, I just want to point out that this is 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Not fronted by a female.
Yeah.
So the band I have tonight is Star Collector. They are a, believe it or not, mod influenced rock and roll band from Vancouver, British Columbia. They toured Canada, US, and Europe. They played the Cavern in Liverpool, which I think is fitting, 'cause we're talking about the Beatles, right?
Mhm.
The Borderline in London with stops in England, Scotland, Germany, and the Netherlands. They've recorded 5 albums with producer Gigi Garth Richardson, Kevin Kane, and Evan Foster. And they've released 4 videos. Here's an interesting little tidbit of a fact. 18 different people have played bass with this band over the years.
Oh, it's a Spinal Tap kind of thing, huh?
Well, you know how bass players are.
Yeah, we do.
They're tough to get on with, right? Their new album, Game Day, was produced by singer-songwriter guitarist Vic Wayne. It was engineered by drummer-vocalist Adrian Buckley and features Kevin Kane and Evan Foster. Rounding out the lineup is guitarist-vocalist Steve Monteith, also known in the band as Monkey, and bassist vocalist Adam East. Available on Bandcamp, all streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, blah, 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 etc., etc.
Right.
CDs are available through Cool Cat Music and Jam Records. And the track we have tonight is the title track, Game Day. So go ahead, Frank, and throw the needle in the groove.
Okay. Here we go. This is it. I can feel it. I'm getting up, I'm coming up. That roller coaster to the mountaintop. Making all the right moves, maybe I'm getting on the fast track, baby. I'm getting up, I'm coming up. Gotta do it clean. Gotta make it seem that I'm living every childhood dream. It's game day for the young and strong. Game day, play it out on the lawn. It's the same way that I knew all along. I never knew me at all. I'm going down, I'm coming down. Tripping off the merry-go-round. Getting off the helter-skelter. I'm searching for the fallout shelter. I'm coming down, I'm going down. Gonna do it clean. Gonna make a scene. 'Cause I'm living someone else's dream. 'Cause it's game day that's come and gone. Game day played out on the lawn. It's a shame they didn't know all along. They never knew me at all. No, they never knew me at all. Now it's game day and I've gotta be strong. Game day splayed out on the lawn. It's May Day and the siren song. Now there ain't no losing at all. It's game day for the young and strong. Game day played out on the lawn. It's the same way that you knew all along. You never knew me at all. No, you never knew me at all. You never knew me at all. Now there ain't no losing at all.
Well, that's Star Collector with Game Day. And we were saying some heavy influences there. You were talking about the mod influence.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can hear a little bit of the Who in there,
Mhm.
a few other things. What'd you think, Jerry?
I liked it. And you know, if you were to ask me if I was a mod or a rocker, I would say I'm a mocha.
Yeah.
But that was great stuff. That was great stuff. Just really good. Really
Yeah.
good. Really good bass line. I like where it took me.
Jerry, I want to
Thank you.
make note that was 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Is Jim still on the podcast? Did we lose him?
No, he's still there.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm breaking form. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got a
Okay,
dude
little-
singing
Yeah.
and 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Oh
That
my.
was really.
I'm going to run outside and see if the moon is blue. Because
No, Frank, we're going through a heat wave. Don't go outside.
I know. Melt your
excellent
face up.
song.
Oh, yeah.
Reminded me a little also of their fellow countryman Sloan. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but same kind of.
That was great.
There's a little bit of that influence in there, which makes total sense.
I always like it when you have a new band that can sound vintage, you know?
Yeah.
Well stated, Frank.
Yeah.
Well stated.
Very modern sound, but with a vintage feel.
Yes.
But it took
Yeah.
me
Mm-hmm.
about 30, 40 seconds into it. It took me somewhere else. You know.
All right. Well, guys, until the next time, do you have anything else, Jerry?
Yeah, folks on Conspiracy Land, keep rocking. Technically, today's the date that the mask stuff is over.
It's unmasked.
June 15th. Yeah.
I still
well
say
done.
they stink. Yeah.
Well done. Keep rocking, folks. Keep rocking.
All right. You know, and I know Jim's going to tell you to hit that like button and
You made it this
Smash
far.
it.
yep,
Smash it.
smash it, subscribe, ring the
Like,
bell.
subscribe, ring the notification bell. Leave a comment.
How hard is that?
Look, we sit here and tell you how great these bands are. Tell us how great you think these bands are.
No, I'm waiting for the person that's undercover thinking, you know, I love it when Jerry sings on that show, but I don't want to out myself. Come on.
Yeah, you're
Just
gonna
throw it out there. You
you're
know,
gonna
we
have to
love
have your
Jerry
daughter make a
singing.
comment. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to subject her to that. Dad, but I don't like it.
Uh,
Do it for the show, hon.
it's all good. So, anyways, Jerry, it's great to have you back. Jim, great to have you back. No masks.
Yep.
Take us on home, Jim.
Shop is closed.
Because
Yeah, but when I
That
do
could've-
that, baby,
there
you know,
we go.
The show always runs 3-4 hours longer.
I only have myself to blame for that, folks.
Hey Basil, nice. Hey Basil, nice rack.
But it would have fit nicely in any of the Austin Powers movies.
You know
It's
what?
very mod.
I really didn't think that, but now that you say that,
You can't get it
Yeah.
out of your mind now.
no, now you're gonna mess me up by that, like that other worm that brain worm. Bing
Bing
bang a
bong.
bong bong, bing a bang bong.
Yes.